Good morning, Megapodlings. This is Crazy Joe, and I am here with Chris Stulz. Chris Stulz runs Muppet Stuff blog. Wait, what's the web address there? Is it Muppet Stuff?
It's muppetstuff.blogspot.com.
It's going to be down below, so you can just click. I'm drinking a Coke. It's not going to be in the Coke. I pointed like down to the Coke. It's not going to be in the Coke. It's going to be down below. You can click that. But Chris, like myself, but more, even more so than myself, this guy loves the Muppets.
Just a little bit.
And we are in his very own Muppet Museum.
That's true. That is true.
Should I turn around and reveal this to the world?
I don't know if people are ready for this.
Look at this. This is Muppetational.
Inspirational and Muppetational.
Let's take a look at some of this stuff.
So this whole area here is all cast and crew items, things that are signed by the puppeteers and people that worked on the productions. There's a couple of prototypes of items that had not yet been released. There are some pieces from the set of the latest Muppet production. This is from Rolf's Tavern, and there's a coaster as well.
Where's the coaster? I'm missing it. Oh, there we go. Very cool.
Let's see.
It's Paul Williams Rainbow Connection?
Yes. This is an Academy screener, basically. So this was sent to members of the Academy to vote on the best original song and score for 1979, and Mr. Williams signed it for me. That's the songs for the entire movie. This is a cast and crew T-shirt from the Happy Time Murders.
Cool. We got pins. There's Walter.
This is the cast and crew mug from the Muppet Show. And that's the Miss Piggy mug. The Up Late with Miss Piggy mug is a cast and crew. I'm sorry, that's not a cast and crew. That's a prop. That is a prop from
the series? From the
series. I was told that was Kermit's mug.
Cool. Good. Let's see. What's the Grover item there?
The Grover is for the upcoming documentary Street Gang. They kickstarted the production, and that's one of the gifts you got. So hopefully that's going to come out this year. I'm still waiting on that. This is a cast and crew Muppets Tonight key tag. What do you call those things? The
like a lanyard or
no. Dog tag.
Oh, okay.
It's a cast and crew dog tag from Muppets Tonight. A cast and crew Brats of the Lost Nebula, a long lost Henson series. Let's see. This VHS of the Muppet Show is signed by Alice Cooper.
Very cool. And I see Steve Whitmire, Wembley Fraggle.
Yes.
Carol Spinney, Oscar the Grouch.
Paul Williams signed that CD of Emmett Otter. And if I do this. Peter Lintz signed. That's a Japanese Walter doll. And it says, "Nice dolly."
This is a prop from the series?
No, this is the production binder from the prop department.
Oh, okay.
So it has the script, and it talks about the props that are needed, and the different variations. You know, the different script pages and changes get different colors. So there's all different versions of that. And this was supposed to have Amy Schumer, but I believe this is the one that had
was that Chelsea Handler?
Chelsea Handler.
Okay. Right.
It changed to Chelsea Handler. But originally it was going to be Amy Schumer. So that's all this. This one, opens funky. This one, they drew little pictures in his Miss Piggy picking her nose. The cool one about this is they wrote fake lunch orders for the Muppets. Andy and Randy go back and forth. Pickle, pickle, no pickle. Okay, I'll have a pickle too.
That's pretty good.
So this is, yeah, obviously these are all, it shows these are the original scripts.
Oh, it's been changed to Chelsea Handler when we get to this page.
Oh, yes. Yes, the same script, but now it's changed.
Got a lot of glasses and mugs here. Look at this. That's a fun mug. Does that mean the others aren't fun? Because they still look fun to me. It's a Super 8 film reel of the Muppet movie. And there's the cat. Now, everyone knows I collect metal lunchboxes. This one I actually have in my collection. Not in as good shape as yours, but I don't have the others.
If you're a lunchbox collector, you might want to know what this is.
Oh. Is that an unused one?
That is a uncrimped, the back of this Muppet Show lunchbox right here. That's cool. The back.
Because this Muppet Show lunchbox had multiple backs. So these Fozzie, Kermit, and Animal are all variations on this lunchbox.
Well, this lunchbox just had this Dr. Teeth back.
Oh, okay.
The Kermit, Fozzie, and Animal are these are the backs.
Okay.
That's the front.
It's that one. Okay, but they did all have the okay. I'm getting mixed up, but
there were lots of Muppet lunchboxes, so it's easy to do that.
Right.
Especially since they all had different, these had different backs.
Get the Viewmasters. Now we're getting into stuff I had as a kid. Look at this. I had that Miss Piggy puppet. I had that Kermit. I had that Animal. And I had that Gonzo. And I hesitate to tell you what happened to that Gonzo. I was a bedwetter. Gonzo took a bath.
Of course, as soon as you say "mana mana," everyone has to say "do do 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 do."
I've even trained my 3-year-old to do that. There's Pepe. Can't leave Pepe out.
The king prawn himself.
That Kermit car looks familiar. There's a Muppet Show. Oops, sorry. I get down and everything rattles. Muppet Show drum set.
They made 3 variations, right? There's the Muppet Show drum set. They made it a Fraggle Rock one as well, and one from Muppet Babies.
Are these cookie jars?
Cookie jars, teapots, salt and pepper shakers. Of course, the Swedish Chef from Crunchy Stars.
I loved Crunchy Stars. How many times can you find the word rutabaga on this box?
This section here is pretty much store displays. So we have Pez, we have the VHS, not VHS, what VHS? The DVD and Blu-rays of the latest 2 Muppet movies. This is from Ked's Shoes store display.
See Muppets from Space in there.
That actually I think was VHS.
They got the Wacky Wobblers sitting on them. And the Funko Pops are on the Most Wanted display.
from the movies on, like 1979, 1980 onward. So we have all the Playhouse Muppet videos.
Pigs in Space Atari game. I didn't even know that existed.
And it has 2 different covers. There's one that was pink and one that was blue. There's variations of 8 tracks, variations of VHS, and Beta. If for those who remember Beta, this is a beta copy of Children's Songs and Stories with the Muppets.
And I am eyeing up your Muppet Babies lunchbox. It's a cool Miss Piggy comb. I should move down. I'm missing stuff down here.
So we have all of the Oral-B toothbrushes and toothpaste, all still sealed. And somewhere I actually have the original artwork for 2 of the toothbrushes.
Now, what is this? It says swine track on it.
Bath soap.
Wow.
You could take a trip, instead of in outer space, underwater with the Swine Trek crew.
Now, Chris, would you say using that soap is like taking an ocean cruise, except there's no boat and you don't actually go anywhere?
I would. Ocean Breeze gets you clean. Ocean Breeze soap. It gets you clean, right?
Well, that's not fair. You're just saying what the product does.
No one's ever tried that. And a bunch of the Hallmark plaques and keychains.
Gonzo. I have to be careful when I get down because I come down with a thud very often. Muppet Babies color forms. The Jim Henson Hour. A lunchbox. That I didn't know existed.
That's the only piece of merchandise they ever released for the show.
Unfortunate. That was a good show.
That was an amazing show. Way ahead of its time.
Muppet Magazine.
That is actually a picture of me on Muppet Magazine.
Oh, yeah?
You know those things when you go to like fairs and carnivals and boardwalks where you put your face on famous magazine covers? Well, back when Muppet Magazine was a thing, you could put your face on Muppet Magazine. So there's a picture of me as, I don't know, a 7, 8-year-old on Muppet Magazine.
I just saw something over here in the corner that we gotta talk about. A Little Muppet Monsters puzzle. Now, I guarantee 95% of the people viewing this don't even know what Little Muppet Monsters is.
I would imagine so.
Because what did it run? 3 episodes?
4. I don't think I ever got to even see it when it's on its original run because I slept in those mornings and I missed it. And back then we didn't have DVR and on demand and everything else. And I went to watch it the 4th week and it was some other show on.
It was a segment on the Muppet Babies.
It was,
but a puppet segment, not an animated segment.
It was both. So it was combined. It was the Little Muppet Monsters run a show out of the basement of the Muppet Theater or the Muppet Townhouse, whatever they were calling it. And the animated segments were Pigs in Space and Kermit as a Detective, and I'm not sure what the other ones were. And they were animated, but they had live action segments as the what do you call them?
The like linking material,
yeah,
like
right.
Opening and closing.
Right.
And that it got canceled after like 3 or 4 weeks and replaced with a second half hour of the animated Muppet Babies.
Correct. Yep.
I didn't know they made any merchandise for that forgotten series.
I think that also might be one of the only pieces from that show.
Oh, I see the McDonald's Muppet Babies.
Everybody's got that. If you've ever been to a flea market or ever seen your grandmother, you've probably seen those.
All right, it's Christmas. This is the holiday section. Got Santa hats on everybody. A French release of Bear in the Big Blue House. Look at that Miss Piggy ornament. If you've been listening to the Mega Podtastic podcast where we've been doing Dog Days of Advent, this series of ornaments has come up this year on our podcast. And we need to explain that. Why is the Cat in the Hat here?
Another Henson series, the Wubbulous World of Dr. Seuss. And they had released a few ornaments and toys from that series.
If I'm not mistaken, the puppet of the Cat in the Hat on Wubbulous World of Dr. Seuss was performed by Martin Robinson.
I think the second season on, I believe the first season was Bruce Lanoil. And there's another hidden Henson gem down here. If you'll see right here, that skunk, the Animal Show with Stinky and Jake. That is a Stinky mask, although I don't think it smells. This section is all fast food and promotional items. So we have the Muppets Most Wanted cereal boxes, the Muppet Caper glasses from Australia, these puppets are from the UK. There was a cereal promotion where you bought so much groceries at this place and you could mail away for a puppet. And this is the set of those. Let's see here. Sbarro and Dairy Queen, and there's some Macy's stuff here.
There's an ad for the old McDonald's glasses that we saw.
That is the tray.
Oh, that's a tray. Oh, yes, remember the placemat. Yeah.
The placemat, right.
That's wild. I can't believe any of those survived all these years.
Yeah, that's an interesting piece.
We have a Muppets Chia Pet. Can I move this Kermit here?
Sure.
Look at him. Boffo Lenny. Socko Lenny. Looks like he has an afro.
A frog with an afro?
This is international stuff. This is the stuff that the Muppets would have been able to pick up when they were on their world tour of Europe in Most Wanted, because international.
Recently they did the Muppets Take the O2, and that is some merchandise from that show. There's some international laser discs here. There's a Japanese copy of the Dark Crystal.
Oh, I'm just seeing the Sparrows box there. That's cool.
This is the Zilly kit. You could buy different little packets and make your own Muppet. And that's the whole store display.
March 21st. That's my birthday.
So this Kermit here was part of Disney's big figure line. It was available at the parks and World of Disney stores, which is basically at the parks anyway. And then he's currently wearing for Christmas the Kermit scarf, which was a Macy's exclusive. Now we get into the Muppet Vision 3D. These are some of the plush and PVC and pins, etc. From the show. Muppet Treasure Island, the McDonald's display. These are Muppet Christmas Carol finger puppets from, I believe, Hardee's.
Oh, I'm going to sing the song. You ready?
Okay.
And you can get a free watch. Did you say get a free watch? Nobody remembers that. That's the old commercial.
It was for the Muppet movie and the Muppet Show, or
the great Muppet movie and Muppet Caper.
Right,
yeah.
and they came out at the same time. They had these best of the It's the Muppets VHS as well.
That song was from the TV commercial that I was singing. You youngins won't remember that.
You're gonna splice it in?
Yes, I will.
Video, 2 classic Muppet movies, each with a special offer. We've got the Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper 2. And you can get a free watch. Did you say get a free watch? Yes, we said get a free watch. When you see the sign, it's Muppet time, especially for you.
This is the Palisade line.
One of the greatest action figure lines ever.
The very, very rare wedding set. And the white tux Rolf.
The backstage set. I don't think I've ever actually seen one of those. I've seen pictures of it.
One of the only Thog items ever made.
Dr. Phil Van Neuter.
And one of the only Dr. Phil Van Neuter things ever made.
Sweetums.
This was the Sababa years. They had a lot of plush and pins and lip balm and all kinds of stuff. These are all magnets, and they teamed up with NASCAR for a little bit. And then there's a very rare Pepe plush that was only available at carnivals.
I have him in my house. For a while there, that was the only way you can get Muppet merchandise, was to go to carnivals and win it. Dark years of the early 2000s.
It's all non-fiction books for the most part.
I still need of Muppets and Men. Got to track down one on eBay. Alright, I have this book in my collection, but I do not have the signatures inside. Now, obviously, that's a lot of signatures. I don't expect you to tell us everyone who's in there, but you want to name a few?
Heather Henson, Kirk Thatcher, Steve Whitmire, Carol Spinney, Karen Prell, Peter Lentz, Dave Goles, David Rudman, Brian Henson, Lisa Henson, Eric Jacobson, Jim Lewis, Arthur Novell, Bonnie Erickson.
I see Brian Henson right there.
Leslie Carrera Rudolph, Karen Falk, cool. Kevin Clash. So all merchandise goes through product development, and these are the style guides that go to the product developers, so they make sure that the characters look properly, that make sure the characters look, you know, as they're supposed to. And I'll show you a few pages. So it shows you how to draw each character and how each character should look. And it goes through all the, you know, many of the ones that, the core characters. And it shows the proper color schemes to use. So then we get into the more recent Disney, the park merchandise, the 2 latest movies, and on the bottom there is some of the new Muppet Babies. These are the Star Wars Muppets from the Disney parks. And then these are international popcorn buckets and cups for Muppets Most Wanted, which in Mexico was called Los Más Buscados. Muppet Treasure Island when it came out on video.
It's a really cool Slimy the Worm.
Yeah, that is from Sesame Place. They have a character exclusive they do every year, and that one year it was Slimy. So we told you earlier about the Jim Henson Hour lunchbox. Well, this was the Jim Henson Hour press release folder that went out to the networks to promote the series. It features Zandra, who no one ever knows anymore, and it even features a real safety pin in her ear. And you open it up, it has a Jim Henson Hour. These were all designed by Craig Yo, and as you can see, he signed this for me. And on the back is the contact information and a casting photo.
This was my favorite character on the Jim Henson Hour, Digit. He was like the Muppet Christopher Walken. All right, we were talking about Digit. There he is, autographed by the man himself.
Hallmark stuff. Some of it's international as well.
I have some of these hanging on my wall, like that Gonzo.
And this animal is a notepad that was never really officially released. So here we have some plush.
Constantine. Junior Gorg. That's some cool stuff there.
Some of the busts. And pins. These are pewter statues from Hallmark. Jim Shore. This is the Henson Other section, focusing on Sesame Street and some Sesame Place exclusives, Fraggle Rock, The Wobulous World of Dr. Seuss. Here we have Bear in the Big Blue House, and there's also some Dinosaur Train and Sid the Science Kid.
There's a Dark Crystal character who's very near and dear to my wife and I because our daughter is named Kira. I have that lunchbox.
And this is a Labyrinth and Creature Shop area. So Labyrinth, Dark Crystal.
Look at those old cups. I was about to call them Dixie cups, but they're sweethearts.
Yes. They're like kitchen and bath cups. There's two different variations. I did a show at the Philadelphia Zoo called Extinction. Noel McNeil put that together with the Henson puppets. We also have some the Emmett Otter live show merchandise, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Witches, Gulliver's Travels, and every other Henson Creature Shop other mirror mask. A lunchbox that Joe doesn't have. Frog Rock DVDs and a drum. There's some busts and books. A Dog City coloring book. Fraggle Rock and Sesame Street books, and Labyrinth. Underground, the single, 45, and the larger version.
All right, Chris, I want to thank you for showing us around. This is awesome.
Anytime.
This is some really, really cool Muppet stuff in here.
Well,
that's Muppet stuff.
Yeah, Muppet stuff. I mean, what are the coincidences of the blog being called that? That's crazy. Who would have?
So yeah, to follow Chris and his Muppet adventures, click below. And if you're in the Philly area or the general Northeast region, keep an eye out at your local conventions, because he very often has a table there.
And I do sell some extra Muppet things from time to time.
You sell Muppet stuff?
Interesting choice of words.
Keep wearing those pajamas. Get some Muppet pajamas. They have them. I have Cookie Monster jammies. They do. You can find them. Kohl's.
Ooh.
I shouldn't say that because they're not sponsoring me. That was a free one, Kohl's. You owe me one.
Now they get two.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander-a-damas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.
Did someone say Muppet jammies?